Hello, everyone. Merry Christmas, everyone. This is Torviews, and today I'm picking up where I left off in Other Waters. Uh, I guess I should probably start off by pointing out that I don't have a cast on anymore. Instead, there's a splint. Um, Yay! Thanks, Renolans. It's kind of a step in the right direction, I guess. Except that it's super stiff, which I was I was told to expect it to be stiff when the cast came up. I was not prepared for the fact that like holy crap, moving it in any direction hurts like hell, like worse than the original injury. It's it's gonna be a challenge. I still have got a long ways of recovery to go. It seems. And the gosh darn, my just looking over at my yeah, over at my Discord, so I'm just going to exit that. I'll have to figure out what's going on with that later. Um, yeah, my bot is supposed to put out a notification when the stream starts, and it's not doing it. And I think it might have just not been doing it all along. It was supposed, like, very strange. Okay, whatever. Let's get back into this game. Continue. 94%. I think there's a good chance I'll be able to finish this game in that time. Before in this session. Yeah, when we last set out, like I just visited the anomaly, which was the this underground structure that was put here by. I'm reflexively raising. I don't actually have to raise this anymore. I can just leave it on my lap because it doesn't have the issue with it's swollen because the cast is tight. Yada yada yada. Anyway, let's take a look at what's going on in the hab here. Crew terminal. Oh hey, we got a new log entry from Ellery. I know you've been reading these. Oh, she's addressing me, the AI here. The access logs show someone has been in the file system of my terminal, and well, the process of elimination, it has to be you. I don't mind. In fact, I suppose I've been writing these entries for an imagined audience anyway, confessions, or maybe just a need to talk. We make a strange trio now. Me, a depressed xenobiologist who can't keep their mouth shut, you, an AI built from the remains of a sentient species, and your sister, Mine, who is now more plant than human. As far as I can tell, we are the only ones on this planet who have any chance of finding out what happened here. I think I'm starting to understand why Mine called me here. It was because she trusted me not to give up, not to let this go. Let's not disappoint her. Yeah, Yeah, it is rather curious. Like Ellery and Mine, I mean, they had this. Apparently, there's this whirlwind romance over a period of a few months, and then Mine abandoned her, left her to die, and well, left her to die. I mean, maybe she didn't actually expect her to die, but did kind of throw her to the wolves, metaphorically speaking, in that Bakel basically blamed Ellery for Mine's crimes. So there's a dot here next to the dive map, and I think it's okay. Yeah, so the two destinations. There's the one, that underwater cave there with the thing that I can cut, and there's also the other thing that I can cut over here. I have not found this guy, and it's like it's slightly south of where this cave is, and I cannot 100% rule out the possibility that I just missed it when I was searching through here. But I sort of suspect possibly that going in here, maybe it leads to this. Like it may be that the bloom froth is like the answer to everything that's going on regarding the bloom, like some kind of calamity produced that bacteria which is making that whole region anoxic. Um, yeah, so there's an ad break coming up in a minute and 11. I'm just gonna let that play. Maybe I'll ramble on about my wrist for a bit. um, but yeah, I guess I'm gonna go here first just to see if this does lead here. Because if this does not lead here, then I need to redouble my efforts to find this. It's because I was having trouble determining where this is in relation to the cave before. This confirms that it's slightly south of the that underwater cave. And I'm thinking maybe I'm supposed to approach from this direction. Maybe there's a branch that I missed from here in the path, rather than up here like I expected. But it is the bloom froth source, so you'd think this would be in the region next to where the bloom is, because the bloom encompasses this area. But I don't know, what do I know? But yeah, yeah, ad break is imminent. Yeah. The wrist though, it's apparently I have was it called CRPS, chronic region. Well, the specialist I spoke to called it chronic region pain syndrome. I googled CRPS and it said complex regional pain syndrome, but whatever. The point is, I'm experiencing more pain than normal in the region of the broken wrist, which sucks. I can't claim to have the greatest pain tolerance. It's it just sucks all around. And like I can barely move it. I'm not gonna take off the. I can remove this splint. It's a removable thing. I'm supposed to spend 15 minutes each day practicing range of motion, like practicing flexing, extending, deviating it, rotating it. Um, but whereas my presently good hand has like a range of I mean, it's not quite 180 degrees. That's like, we'll call that like 150, 140 thereabouts. This one has like 30 degrees of range of motion. Like I can get 10 degrees of flexion and 20 degrees of extension, like 30 total. That's the extent of range of motion of this thing, and any attempt to move it hurts. It hurts so much. It's really upsetting actually, because you'd think 6 weeks into recovery of the broken wrist, you'd think it would be better and not worse. But well, um, what can you do? I guess. Oh right, I'm heading out here, and I realize though I should make sure I have enough oxygen producing sources. I'll grab the artificer here. Oh yeah, so I got like 4 of these guys. Yeah, I need to I need to pop back out into the thing and reassess my choices here of what to take with me. Because I don't need all these fuel sources. Oxygen sources are more pressing. And I think I decided I don't want to burn up all these sphere fragments, because they it just feels wrong. Spine. Okay, it's a fuel source or oxygen source. I don't think I need a fuel source. I'm gonna take one with me anyway. Like one of these and 4 of these should probably do. I'm not going far. There'll be other oxygen opportunities on the way. Yeah, incidentally, I am still using my left hand on the mouse. I might be able to use a mouse with this hand, but like it has very little range of motion. Like, getting it into a position where it could sit on a mouse comfortably also causes me pain. Like, it's troublesome. It's like the doctor, the specialist who's been overseeing my case says that when the time comes, this is going to need some aggressive rehab. I'm not not looking forward to that exactly. It sounds kind of terrifying. Just the use of the phrase aggressive rehab kind of sounds terrifying on its own. Use these guys for their oxygen. Yeah, he said he didn't want to do it yet because he wants the progression of the healing of the bone to be a little further on. Yeah, there it is. There's the cave. Coming up to it. Previously, this thing put the railroad tracks out by this point, and like wouldn't let me go down here. Now I have a feeling it will let me go down. And here we are. And I'm just gonna feed these guys into the oxygen tank. And this is, I believe this is a bacteria sample, which I don't really need. I'm just gonna go straight in. Torch available. Here we go. Prime it, use up the fuel, ignite. We're gonna cut our way in here finally, now that it actually lets me do it. And we're in. Collapsed chamber. Choked with rock and sand, the metal chamber is deathly still. The angular shapes of industrial machinery lie in wait. So this was put here by, also put here by Bagel? I don't know, different color. Is this also going to be source, site of reduced oxygen? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Melted pillars. The pillars which stretch up towards the cavernous roof of the chamber are warped and distorted, barely able to hold the weight. Can we trust them to support the ceiling then? We're gonna have a cave-in, are we? Yeah, there's 3 different ways to go. Oh, I have a feeling this might go deeper. Let's go south first. Rock piles. Half of the rock ceiling above the chamber seems to have come down at once, burying most of the room. Yeah, these are not descriptions that inspire confidence that this is here. Look, that tank is filled with microbial growth. What was this place? Be careful, the water will be just as toxic as it is above in the bloom. Great. Maybe I should have brought more oxygen sources then. Clogged vent. This dark hole in the floor is spewing out the same microbial clumps as seen in the bloom above. They settle around the vent in layers. What are these guys? Bloom froth. Huh. Okay, well, let's just take a look. Actually, before we go there, yeah, just confirming. There is a path down here. Okay, before I go down, I just want to finish taking a look around on this floor. Does it look like there are other ways to go? Is this another way down? Central vent. I imagine this was once a sealed tube stretching from floor to ceiling, but now it's just a round, ragged hole in the metal floor. And there's also a way down. but there isn't so much bloom froth around, or bloom effect. Sorry, the phone just vibrated. Bear with me. Okay. Yes, Christmas message from my brother. Anyway, resting machinery. Hulking machines built for industrial use sit covered in a fine layer of sand and growth. This was a place where people worked. Is that up here? Okay, I guess that's it for place to go. So let's descend here before we descend down there. Because this spot does not seem to be quite so anoxic, curiously. Maybe we want to go to the anoxic area last. Let's go over here. Derelict vehicle. The shell of some corroded maintenance vehicle is flooded with sand. Its top a growth of microbial growth. Scan again. Another bloom froth here. There are bubbles that form in the most dense areas of the bloom where there is little current to provide water flow. Okay, let's head up here. Shattered walls. Angular plates piled with sand are all that remains of the room and structures that divided up this level of the facility. And up here, sealed containers, bagel containers, marked with now dull yellow biohazard tape. What were they shipping into this facility? Well, there we go. We confirmed that this is a bagel facility. I do believe this is the first actual confirmation that this is put here by Bagel. You know, up to this point, it's been unclear, uncertain. This is no lab. This is an industrial facility. These containers must have carried some vital resource for its operation. Fuel, perhaps. Is that so? I believe there was a path to the right, wasn't there? Crushed room. Whether it was a control room or storage shed, this room has been totally crushed by the facility's collapse. Yeah, this one isn't 1,500 meters underwater, so again, it may have been deliberate sabotage from Bagel. Oh, and we got a dead person. User MDS dive recorder decrypting fragment. MD, sir, Dr. Hess has just arrived from Site 1. FT, send him through. Constantine has full clearance. Dr. Hess? Okay. Site 1? Who's FT? Have we seen those initials before? Don't recall. Caved-in ceiling. Huge volumes of rock and sand must have smashed through the layers of facility, burying it and its occupants. Alright, into the bloom froth, I guess. Breached wall. The side of the vast tank has been corroded away, melted by the incredibly dense volume of microbes inside. Into the froth. Clogged tank. This shattered tank is dense with microbes. Thick green webs of growth stretch across the suit's visor, turning the lamplight acid green. And this one, oh, okay. I had a feeling this is going to be the case. You can go up or down here. I think we're going to burn through our oxygen. I'm going to go up first just to confirm that this connects up with the other one. I suspect, yeah. Yep. Okay. Just checking, just confirming. And down we go. Whew. Okay. Yeah, we need more of these things. tank breach. How did this towering metal container split apart so violently? An accident or something more? What does this one say? Collect tank. This vast tank is one of two that stretches the height of the facility. Inside the water is thick with microbial growth. And just feed that into the oxygen tank. Man, the oxygen is depleting rapidly. It's much faster. It's going down much more rapidly than in the other facility. I might need to burn up some of the artificers after all. Melted consoles. These banks of consoles must have controlled the operations within the tank. Now the tank's contents have turned them to scrap. Oh, we're out of the oxygen depletion range. And we got another terminal, another dead person. User R. Ingram. Dive recorder. We're decrypting. RI. Maintenance on the South Hall is continuing. I'm seeing a massive pressure spike here. Control? Pressure spike, you say? Okay. Collapsed pipe. These wide pipes look to have been connected to the Hall's tank. They must have controlled the outflow of whatever was produced here. Okay. The Hall's tank. Those pipes, those tanks. This facility was outputting huge volumes of something into the planet's atmosphere. Aha. This has to have been a geoengineering project, a way of changing Gliese 667cc. But looking at this place, it suffered a total collapse. What went wrong? South tank. The tank stands in a huge hall, its pipes leading off into the dark. This facility was not built to study this planet, but to change it. Well, that's curious. Why would they, terraform the planet if it already had life? Or perhaps there wasn't life before they started terraforming it. Maybe it was like a completely lifeless water planet, and they said, "Hey, looks like a great place for a terraforming project," and maybe something went wrong, or maybe it went right. Who really knows? But then, how did the sphere fragments, the artificers fit into this? Was there some other ancient source of life before that? I don't know. More bloom froth. Dense bubbles. Sample candidate. Plumes of green microbial froth pour from the breached tank. Are these microbes even local to this planet, or did Bagel bring them here? That's exactly what I'm thinking. Maybe they were terraforming the place. Maybe there was no life before they started. Is this going to be deoxygenated again? No. Bloom bubble. Doesn't say unknown sample, so. So these are good for both fuel and oxygen. Oh yeah, I've found this before. Do I want to go back into the deoxygen? I'll go back to the deoxygenated area a little later. Let's go up here first. Excuse me. Central archway, a tall passage between the two halls of the facility. This place must have been impressive when it was in full operation. Now, it's unimpressive, I guess. Anyway, I don't know if there's anything south, or is this just a different direction to go? Oh, I'll come back to this shortly. Principally, I want to check the stuff that was that's deoxygenated first. Hold on a second. Do these bacteria thingies come back? I should have picked up the other bacteria samples from the other site on the way in. Yeah, whatever. Anyway. Leaning tank. The central tank has held back the sand and rock, but it leans unsettlingly forward into the hall. Are these ones contained? Clear passage. Between the overhanging tank and the buckled, twisted walls, a clear corridor leads forward. More bloom froth? Yep. Split containers. Crushed by the rock falls, broken open containers reveal rich patches of microbial growth, like miniature gardens. Another dead guy? User K Helu. KH. Control. I'm slicing it before it cascades. Clear the reactor chamber. The bacterial outflow is about to hit. End. More bloom froth. Console bank. A row of corroded consoles wired up to an umbilical connection which has been cut away. And this one here. Overgrown suit. Okay, maybe something to find here. A sand-dusted chair props up the remains of a suit, the faceplate clouded with rich green growth. Well, like I said, dead guy. Oh. Nothing to be collected here? Nothing to say, Ellery? Alright. Excuse me. Okay, let's try going the other way now. North tank. A fully sealed tank rises up through the center of the hall, its sheer sides streaked with growth from the southern tank. This is just the two tanks, I guess. Silced umbilical? That might be a typo. It's probably supposed to say sliced. I mean, it looks like there's a tube here and a tube here, and there's like a gap in between them. So I think it's supposed to say sliced. I don't think silced is even a word. Anyway, sliced umbilical. The connection between this console and the tank is sliced clean through. Is this what stopped it from breaching? And over here, sand drifts. A rising wall of sand leans heavily against the tank, burying tons of equipment and who knows what else beneath its slopes. Another dead person? Dead individual? User L. Young's dive recorder decrypting. LY. Yes, sir. Atmospheric density is increasing ahead of the schedule. Please inform the board. They will be pleased. Atmospheric density is increasing. So, density of whatever it was they were putting into the water, I guess? Or putting it into the air, I suppose. Anyway. Access hatch. A large access hatch to the floor above lies open, its ladder corroded into a twisted, rusty spine. The floor above, you say? So this goes up. To another part of the upper floor that we previously didn't have access to? Well, let's check it out. I mean, I hadn't completely explored that floor, but come back to it. Control room. The rows of sand-choked desks, rusted consoles, and dim monitors make it clear this was the facility's control room. Alright, we're gonna get some answers here. A little uncomfortably low in power here. I only brought one power providing thingy. These guys can be used for power. I'll consider my options. Another dead person dive recorder. User C. Hess? Oh, this is Dr. Hess. This is whoever it was that other guy was trying to reach. Looks kind of like chess or cheese. I don't know. Siege, no, no. Oh god, the tank is breached. The artificers. I didn't mean. Dot dot dot. End. The artificers. Okay. Well. Yeah, because like I said, like you said, it wasn't. This isn't a laboratory where they were studying the artificers. They were doing something with them. There's some kind of industrial complex. Like they were building something. Preserved by the low flow of water inside the control room, the smoothed out shapes of human bones are scattered across the floor. Well, yikes. Road bones object. It says object instead of feature. Does that mean there's something to collect? Here. This is where they controlled this place once. They were changing this planet, manipulating it. These vast tanks of engineered microbes were their tools. Algae changed the atmosphere of Earth billions of years ago. These creatures were meant to do the same. But by accident or sabotage, this containment was breached. Those idiots, they could have killed every last species on this planet. Eaten up in a global bloom. Somehow the reef survived. Somehow the stocks held on, tried to revert our mistake. ... Humans don't deserve this planet. We didn't deserve to find life. I've seen enough. Scan what's left and I'll take a look back at base. Let's find a way out of here. Okay, well, I guess we've got enough to satisfy Ellery's story beats. I don't know, I'm not convinced that... I don't know, I kind of like my other theory, that maybe there was no life here and they were trying to generate it. I mean, you know, if it's true as part of the world building that Earth is a wreck and they're trying to find a new place that can support life, finding a way to terraform it rapidly by introducing bacteria and letting them go nuts, or algae, I don't know. Anyway. User FTAR. FT. Constant, what are you... Step away from the console. Sorry, CH, step away from the console. FT ... CH, I'm sorry. Constantine, I guess... Constantine, I guess, is Dr. Hess's first name. I've seen the name Constantine being thrown around from time to time. This is the first time that we had that connection that Dr. Hess is Constantine. I mean, I don't think the name Dr. Hess was mentioned until recently. But yeah, he says, "What are you?" ... Step away from the console ... I'm sorry. Like, what did he just... is this implying that Dr. Hess, like, just shot a guy or something? FTAR. And, like, they're side by side. Like, this is their final resting point here, I guess. Did he just decide to take matters into his own hands at the last minute or something? And there's another one over here. User B Badeo? BB. We are doing the artificers a favor. Despite all their abilities, they couldn't manifest this kind of planetary change. Doing them a favor. Yeah. Control console. Despite the cave-in, this console is surprisingly pristine. A cup sitting beside one of the monitors where it was placed decades before. Yeah, decades. This was from decades ago. It was like the year said 21 something, whereas the current year's listed as 22 something. It was 2189 and 22. Was it 2216? I can't remember. Something like that. Fair bit of time has elapsed, in any case. Emergency hatch. The control room's evacuation hatch hangs open, piles of rocks and sand all around. Okay, so I have a feeling this leads to the way out. Oh, it goes up, and it's east of where we started, which might mean this leads to the where I get the sample. Maybe. I haven't finished exploring this other room over here, though. Let's pass. Let's head on, I guess. Wait, what does it say? Emergency hatch. Okay. Down to the cool dark of the control room. Security seal. This is why no one escaped the facility. This tunnel is sealed. The control room's escape route cut off. Oh, can I cut through this one as well? So it seems. Oh, right. Go ahead and cut. Yeah, I might need to feed those bacteria things into the fuel tank. Yeah, the power level is uncomfortably low. Let's just feed one of them in here. I was like on the fence about whether I want to put these into the fuel tank or the oxygen tank, because they're usable for either purpose. Oh man, there were still beacons to explore back there. I didn't know this was going to lead onward. See where this goes. Metal corridor sealed at both ends. This corridor is pristinely preserved. The bagel decal is still visible on the gleaming walls. At 28 meters deep. Oh man, it really is sealed at both ends. Security seal. A second seal locks off the corridor at the other end. They made sure no one would escape. Alright, prime the cutter. We're gonna cut through this one as well. Burn through some more fuel. Still have enough fuel to spare to go a little bit further. Concealed tunnel. The tunnel leads out into a small shelf overlooking a rift discreetly cut into the rock. Northern Rift. Back in the open water, the current at this end of the rift softly pushes against the suit. Are we going to have to use the propulsion system again? It's been a while. I was really hoping there'd be a way back up to the surface around here, and then I can like recall myself. Because if there isn't, then I need to head back ASAP, because power level is getting uncomfortably low. Just feed both of these in. I still have this guy to fall back on. But, anyway, rift wall. Above the steep rift wall meets the shelf of the bloom. Oh, here we go. Maybe I was premature in feeding those guys into the tank. The fuel tank. Okay. So, unexplored beacon. Rift wall. Below the steep rift wall, it descends towards the hidden shelf and the facility's escape tunnel. Did I just completely neglect this area here from before? This looks like we're southeast of the bloom. Bloom shelf. To the north, green clouds rise up, the familiar sight of the bloom that surrounds this shelf and the facility below it. Incidentally, can I get recalled from here? Like, is that an option? Yeah, I have a link available. Sheltered waters. Behind the pillars, the reef's strong currents are lessened, making a small sheltered stretch of water on this side of the rift. Using moving away coordinate fix. Did I just miss this branch before, or is it not there? I don't know. Okay. Shoot. Is it worth going back to investigate the few beacons that I missed back there? Like, probably not. This just looks like it connects up with where I was before. Like, this is the bloom edge. This just goes into the bloom. Well, I'm going back. Now that I know. It's possible that this was always available and I just completely overlooked it. Darn. I thought I was onto something. I thought that was going to lead to the bloom froth source. Back into the control room. And then back down again. Even if there's nothing there, I'd like to at least be able to claim that I searched every beacon that's available to be searched. Frankly, I doubt there's anything to be had here. I just want to be thorough. There it is. This is the unexplored beacon right here. These tank walls were breached with explosive force, the remains corroding away over the decades that followed that violent act. Okay, I think that was it. I came back just for that one little message. Explosive force, cool. Yeah, there's nowhere else. There's nothing else here. Alright, let's just head out. Wait, was that the way? I think this was the way out. Right, I remember now. Yeah. Entirely forgot which way was which and stuff. Yeah, grab some more of these guys, I guess. I'm here, they're here. I'm just gonna recall myself back home immediately anyway. Yep, oxygen running low, that's fine. Just request retrieval. We'll get back before we die. It's all good. Back online? Good. Been working with the data we extract from the facility. What they did there, it's terrible. They could have wiped out life on this planet. Bagel should have known better than to mess with the entire planet's ecosystem. The failure of the facility was catastrophic. The bloom dominated half of the planet. As far as I can tell, it wiped out the artificers. Think about those skeletons in the bloom. But the rest of the planetary ecosystem reacted somehow, resisted, pushed the bloom back. I don't understand how life could have adapted to the change in conditions so quickly, though. It's as if they evolved to meet the challenges of the bloom in mere decades. Impossible. Let's keep looking. There's another facility to investigate, out to the east. There has to be more to this. Nothing new in the taxonomy, right? All of my samples have been scanned. Every single one. Yeah, so this is no longer here. So it looks like I came out over here. Because this is the central way station. You got this big rift thing over here, and then you reach the edge of the bloom here, and the entry point into the facility, like it came out around here, right? It was like from here to around here, and I tried looking in the southern portion of the bloom. I didn't find a way that led somewhere like this. Is there something I missed? Like, could there be another path from here? Like, I don't think so. Like, I think I was pretty thorough in my exploration here. That was a while ago, though. Like, how do I get to this? I mean, if I'm gonna look from the direction of the bloom, then I probably will have to burn through some of the artificers, the sphere thingies, because I won't survive the oxygen demands otherwise. I don't know a reliable source of those mucus bubble thingies. Huh. Would it be a total waste of time if I hopped out back here and then tried going west, just to see if there was somewhere this connected up? It's like looking at the map features. It looks like this is an isolated spot. That's why I thought maybe I go underground here under it and then pop up here, except that it popped up way over here. That's my confusion. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I could just pop out here and you know, hope for the best and try to explore here. It might be pretty just like a walkthrough at this point. Like, maybe just Google in other waters bloom froth source, like, just so I don't waste everybody's time. I have a feeling trying to I can get my hand into a position where I can type, but the position of the microphone is in the way. Bloom froth source. Source. I typoed. Sorry, bear with me. I wasn't the only one who had trouble finding this. How do I get here? Need bloom froth source. That's all I need to collect. There's no direct connection. Is that the deepest point of the pit? Hmm? Source at the deepest pool. There's only one collection point. I've already collected ordinary water. Blue wells that can no longer be studied. Can't. Sorry, bear with me. Like, is it? I think someone posted a. Okay. Posted an image and it's just not working. What? This is okay. This is from 2021. It's on the floor below the floor with at least 2 big tanks, one broken, one still intact. You access the lower floor by going back to the vent. Is there something I missed? Did I seriously miss? Was there another level? Did I just... Can I just... let's just brings up the menu. Maybe I'll just use these for their oxygen content or whatever. Okay. I'm gonna go back here. Maybe my original, like from what I saw, like I just, yeah, I just Googled in other waters bloom froth, and it came up with, I'm gonna pick up the artificer. Like I brought up a Steam community page where people were talking about it, and someone was basically saying, "Yeah, I missed that on my first pass. There's another floor to the facility there." Like I thought I like, you know, double checked that. Maybe I was careless and just, I don't know, just lost my mind. Didn't look where I thought I was looking. I thought I double checked each of those. Yeah, because like when you bring things up on the scanner, it just shows them as triangles. It doesn't show ones that have a means of descending. Just feed this guy right into the oxygen tank. See, like it shows a triangle there, but when yeah, like the little down arrow indicating that you can go down here. But then when I scan, it just shows as a triangle, and you can't see. Wait, can I? Another one here? Can I grab these fast enough to profit? So yeah, like if you're relying on the scanner, and I'm trying to rely on the scanner because it's easy to miss a lot anyway. Put one in the fuel tank. Yeah, like I'm trying to rely on the scanner a lot anyway because it's easy to miss a lot of stuff. Like if you just go straight there by dragging this thing. I'm trying to stay in the habit of scanning each time. Like here there's a down arrow indicating you can go down, right? So down I go. And yeah, see it. Set a scan, but then I exit. Okay, while I'm on it, I can't tell. So that one only goes up. This one goes both up or down, which I was aware of. There is another layer. Gosh darn it! I thought I was being careful, but that wasn't being careful enough. Oh well. Crowed lamps, gleaming in the green, these vast reflector lamps sit at the base of the tank. They must have lined the walls of the container. The lamps, the old growth. This is where the bloom began. This is no native microbe. It is lab grown, built to convert light into power and oxygen. A vast microbial fuel cell, designed to thicken the atmosphere of this planet, no doubt. But when it breached containment, I'm surprised anything still lives on this planet. It must have been devastating. Ah, frig. I didn't mean to. Okay, we'll just keep moving. Clogged tank. The base of the tank is thick with growth. It's hard to see anything in this haze of green. Dense growth. Sample Canada. The oldest and largest microbial colonies lie here. Great translucent green bubbles made from millions upon millions of microbes. Whoa, trying to... I can't click as fast as I like. I'm using my non-dominant hand, darn it. Anyway. Okay, question mark. 80% fuel, 50% oxygen? Okay. Bloom source. A huge colony sampled from Site 2 beneath the bloom. There you go. Frickin' finally. I've been suspecting for a long time that this facility was how you find that thing. And this confirms it true. Let's get the heck out of here. Yeah, I could feed one of these mucus bubbles into my oxygen tank to replenish it. But I can probably just pop up to the surface and recall myself fast enough that shouldn't be an issue. But yeah, my instincts were correct. Like, I figured this facility was the key to getting that bloom froth. I looked and the fact that there was an extra level down was a detail that was easy to miss. Okay. There you have it. Alright, sample store. Bloom source. Probably not going to need all of these guys going forward. Let's see what the lab has to say about this. Yeah, because they didn't want you to have all the information about the source of the bloom until late game. Like, they really didn't want you to, like, even when you have the laser covenant, they say, we can't go here yet, we need to investigate other things first. Lockout controls. Anyway, Bacteria novi, Cyanophyta blue-green algae, bloom froth. Alright, theories. Query by Dr. Ellery Vass. The discovery of bloom froth colonies in Site 2 suggests that the bloom microbes are laboratory-adapted cyanobacteria, developed for power generation and terraforming. Baco's original intention may have been to oxygenate the atmosphere of Gliese 667cc, thickening the atmosphere to offset atmospheric warming due to its tidally locked orbit. When their terraforming site was breached and the species reached the open water, they visited a massive ecological disaster on this planet. How did the planet survive? This aggressive species should have turned this ocean green, flooding it with neurotoxins. Such an adaptive, aggressive, and genetically modified species is outlawed by every biological sanction we have. Is that so? Adaptive, aggressive, genetically modified species outlawed. Yeah. I'm preserving these samples as evidence of their crimes. One day Baco will pay for this. And we have a sketch. And she still took the time to sketch it. Individual bubble. Just drew little bubbles. Froth growth pattern, bubble structure, bacterial chains. And we got an ad break in 4 minutes and 20 seconds, FYI. I'll pause the game when the ads come on. But yeah, finally got the bloom froth source. Now it's time to go to what appears to be the last place to go. Should I? Oh hey, Ren's here. Welcome to the stream. Yes, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever you celebrate. Welcome in. I think I may be heading towards the end of this game here. Just debating what I want to take with me here. Like fuel source and an oxygen source, fuel source. Something else? Maybe something that provides a little of each. Deep pollen, fan sheath. Just bring one of these guys along for fuel just in case. It's got a somewhat fair distance to travel. Maybe bring a little more fuel just in case. Maybe I'll bring this guy. Something to throw into the fuel tank if I need it. Oh yeah, you may have noticed I have there's a splint on my hand where the cast used to be. Yeah, the cast has been taken off, and it's just showing me like just how very, very long I have to go to actually fully recover from this injury. Lesson is here. Here is don't break any bones. It sucks. But yeah, still pretty painful and very restricted. Like it's like I was woohoo progress. Yeah. Like I was told that it would be stiff when it came out of the cast, but I wasn't prepared for the fact that like I have like this amount of range of motion in my hand, like this, like normally like I can move it all the way, and like it barely moves. Like it's just everything is seized up, and I can barely move it. It's going to take some time to get my range of motion back. And this splint is here to support it until it has some time to recover. Anyway. What's this guy again? This is a shrill sack. Oh, it's a sooth spore. I'll grab it anyway. use it as a fuel source or something. It's been a while since I put these guys to use. Should use speed recovery? Yeah, well, you know, let's hope. What are they doing? Right. Need to pump this up, and away we go. It was since I used the propulsion system. Let's take a look at what we got here. Anything to collect? Bright pollen. I mean, doesn't hurt, I guess. I can just throw in the fuel tank if anything. Oh, right. Ad break is imminent. Let's just take a break. I will be right back. And I'm back again. Yeah, I sort of jokingly remarked a moment ago, oh, don't break any bones, because the lesson here is don't break any bones because it sucks. But really, the real lesson is that if you have to have something put in a cast, get out of the cast as soon as you can, because honestly, like it really was a case of like the cure was worse than the injury, like the like originally like oh it's still oh shoot I'm just noticing I need to adjust that yeah like when I originally oh hey Forever Books here, welcome to you, how's it going? Hey, long time to see. What are you playing? I am playing In Other Waters. It's a game. It was recommended because it can be played with one hand. Because I broke my wrist last month and I'm still recovering. It's a neat game. I mean, there's a lot of the gameplay isn't stellar. It's just a lot of point and click. But the story is interesting. It's got an intriguing mystery and so on. We may be heading into the end game here. So, ouch, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry too. Um, no, it sucked. Like I was riding my bike, hit a pothole I didn't see, fell on my outstretched hand, broke the scaphoid bone, which is the one that articulates with the radius and the thumb. So I had to have both my wrist and thumb immobilized. Yeah. Yeah, I was moving pretty fast at the time, so yeah, it was cold. I was trying to warm myself up by going faster, and yeah, it wasn't great. Um, but yeah, it was like a month and a half ago, and it's still apparently I still have a lot of recovery time to do. I just had the cast because this was in a cast. I had the cast off yesterday, and wow, it was stiff after coming out of the cast. Um, because my son broke his growth plate in his arm. Worst place to break. Oh no, he was 6. Oh no. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that's unfortunate. That means he's going to have like one arm longer than the other, right? So if the growth plate is broken. Oh, that is unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. Had emergency surgery and 5 pins put on in. Yeah. Oof. Yeah. Yeah. As much as this sucks, I do have to remind myself it could have been worse. There are worse injuries than this. Like this, don't get me wrong, this does suck. I've had to do everything with one hand for the last month and a half. But hey, it could have been worse. Um, but seriously, is this the first break? Yeah, it is the first break I've had. This is my first time. This is my first time breaking bone. It's my first time having to have something in a cast. Um, yeah, it is what it is. Um, yeah, yeah, like now that I have some experience of it, I'll know better how to approach it next time, I suppose. And yeah, the injuries from the crash. This was the most significant. I mean, everything else was just like scrapes and bruises. Like, yeah, nothing really significant. I mean, there's a very nice looking, very picturesque looking bruise on my thigh. I should have taken a picture when I had the chance, but that's all healed up now, so it's fine. Um, but but yeah, no, I like here's the thing, like yeah, it's been 6 weeks since they put the fiberglass cast on. I had a checkup at the 3 week mark where they took the cast off to take some X-rays to see how the healing was coming along. And at that point, the specialist gave me the option. He said he could go either way, to put it back into the cast or give me a splint like this one. And I chose to put it back in the cast because it was feeling very sore, like the bone itself was still very tender. And going back to the cast seemed like the way to go. Like, even at the time, I was like, this is insane. I'm requesting to go into the cast. Like, the cast has sucked so far, you know? Uh, but yeah, looking back, I actually I think I would have been better off switching to the splint at that point. Um, because like I was warned that it'll be it'll be stiff when it comes out of the cast. you leave in the cast longer, it's going to be stiffer. I underestimate how stiff it is. Like I have like this much range of motion in my wrist. Like I don't know. Maybe I can show it later in the stream. I can take this thing off. I can show you. Like I actually I like this is as much as I can move it. Like there's very little rotation, very little flexion extension. Like it, any attempt to move it causes me terrible pain. That's the other part of it. Apparently, I have CRPS, chronic, no, or complex region. Shoot, complex regional pain syndrome. Basically, it's more painful than usual. Hate the scared feeling of trying to move my arm after broke it. Yeah, anxiety and hurt. Yes. Oh yeah, anxiety is a big part of it. Like there's a strong emotional component to the pain for sure. Um, like when they took it out of the cast at the 3 week mark, like part of the reason I was like, no, put it back in the cast, because like once they took the cast off, it was like I just felt very exposed and vulnerable, and I was afraid, like any what movement is going to hurt. I don't know. Is it safe? Is it safe for me to be out of the cast? You know, they came out of the cast. Yeah. For sure. Like it's there's definitely and I'm prone to anxiety to begin with, so like definitely lots of anxiety present in that whole thing. Um, and yeah, incidentally, I the little I don't know how you can see it in the webcam image there. The little cotton ball that's here, I put that in myself because this was cutting into my thumb there, in a very uncomfortable spot, and I'm realizing that maybe the cotton ball isn't in quite the right place. I should probably shift it over a little bit. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I just put the cotton ball in there because it was getting really uncomfortable because it was really chafing my thumb. That should be better, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, um, hmm? Cause my son's stuck so much. I'm thinking that's a typo. Much crap in it. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough. Sorry. What is this? Wait. Hearing this notification sound shed feather. Okay, don't worry. I'm not gonna worry about that. Is there a sample to be had over here? Should probably move on with this game here. Probably nothing I particularly care about here. What is this? It's just pollen. Yeah, I'll grab some pollen. What the hey? Let's get on with this thing. Silicon strands. Just need to keep going east. Hope I'm going the right way. More pollen. I can take the pollen that I got and just throw some. Actually, I know what I'm gonna do. Let's prime the propulsion system. There you go. Don't really need the pollen, just feed it in there. Candy in the cast. What do you do in this game? Well, I mean, it's kind of reminiscent of Subnautica in a lot of ways, in that I'm like stranded on this alien world, which is has like alien ocean life and stuff. And I may have gone completely the wrong way. Actually, no. I want to go south. I think I want to go south. Navigation, figuring out your way around is a big part of the gameplay, frankly. And I remember the way I wanted to go is east. Just trying to remember how I got there before. We need to go south, a little bit of a roundabout path here. Yeah, alien world, little life forms around. It's the graphics are very simplistic, as you can see. You're not really expecting stellar visuals in this game. The focus is on the story. There's a lot of like text-based adventure in a lot of ways. Just scared the little guy away. Let's head over here. Just keep going further south. And, okay, it's entirely possible I was supposed to go north, not south. Well, shoot. I may have messed this up. That's fine, we're on an adventure. The music is nice. Yeah, now I'm being... Yeah, I remember this path. I came here before. Shoot. Yeah, you know, let's just... Okay. Just recall, get the drone to recall me back to base. Let's just... Fast travel! Just head back to base, and then I'll head out. I'll make another trip out. Let's dump the stuff that I collected. So, back to the East Reef Way Station. I should have... You know what? Actually, hold on. Hold on. Let's go back in there. Let's take another moment to study the map. This is my destination over here. Bagel Site Priority, one of the bagel facilities, was in this area. It is labeled Site 1. Was this the origin of everything that happened here? So yeah, it is a slightly northerly path. I was trying to go south and that was wrong. So, yeah, alright. Let's try this again. It would be nice if I can pull up the world map while I'm out in the field. I don't know why I can't. It's annoying that I can't. I guess, I don't know, like, I have a feeling like maybe the dev team, like for the same reason that when you're collecting a sample you have to click another button in order to pick up the sample. You can't just click on the sample itself. You have to click. Like, it feels like they did that because they thought, oh no, there isn't enough gameplay in our game, so we need to add extra clicks. And maybe if you can't look at the map, then it'll force you to, you know, actually properly, you know, navigate. You know, have to figure out how to get around. Okay, we're gonna go in a more northerly path this time. Yeah, this is looking more like where I went before. Here we are. Yeah, I remember the little tentacle-like life forms here. And here's the entrance to the facility, which we previously were unable to cut through, and now we have a torch to cut through it. Here we go. Prime it up. Ignite. Now we can investigate this mysterious facility and find out what the heck was going on here. My theory is still that previously there was no life here, and they were trying to terraform the planet, and And that's why there's life now. All these life forms spewed forth from that. Living colony. Behind the barrier of the throbbing interior of the colony is revealed, filled with throngs of zooids acting as one. Oh, hey. Floating colony. I've never seen a colonial creature of the scalar complexity. Can it really be one single united creature made of ever-shifting processes? Huh. Okay, so we got a path to the north and a path to the south. What's this one over here? Okay, oh, these are the more floating colonies which I saw before. Okay. Let's go south first. Web structure. Beneath the translucent webs of spherical growths, half-digested walls sit suspended, like an exploding room frozen in time. And away we go. Oh, there are more of them. The interior of this creature is like a golden bubble, the light trapped and refracted by hundreds of pearly orbs strung together. This one says, this colony breaks the surface 20 meters above. It must be floating on the surface, its body descending in layers like a living iceberg. Huh. Colonial bridges. Between the ragged parts of the facility stretch looping bridges, pumping liquid back and forth from the heart of the colony. There's a big colony of little life forms here. Uh-oh. Dead guy. What have we here? User S. Emerson, dive recorder, decrypting. SE, Constantine is too arrogant. Just because he discovered the artificers doesn't mean he can decide their fate. Yeah, Constantine, as we just learned, is Dr. Hess. So I get the feeling he's the brainchild behind whatever they were doing. Whatever they were doing with the so-called artificers. User H. Roth, dive recorder, decrypting. HR Sam, he wants to free them. SE, and what do the artificers want, Hannah? Has anyone asked them? Yeah, there was that line of dialogue before that they were saying they don't fully know if the artificers are sentient. Are the artificers from this planet, or were they found elsewhere, perhaps? That's also to be confirmed, I think. Tentacle corridor, sample candidate. Hey, something to be collected. The walls are a flowing mass of tentacles. Some have broken away and are floating freely in the water. We might be able to extract them. Alright, time for some science. Some animal sample? Animal zooid? However you pronounce that word. Okay, 2 more samples. Colony tentacle. A zooid tentacle sampled from a floating colony. Budding zooids. Tiny medusoid creatures are budding from the walls here, splitting off from luminous stems to join the flow. Oh, another life form. We got our complete our scan. Radis colony. And Eller's going to have something to say. I'll call this colony Radis. It floats beautifully across this ocean like some impossible vessel. A vast colonial creature made of thousands of specialized zooids. It floats freely in the ocean, its upper section breaking the ocean's surface. Cool. And fractured lab. Eaten away on one side, the remains of this lab are like an open set, a staging ground for the colony's process of sublimation. Clear passage. Why would the colony preserve the rooms of the facility as it consumes them? What bizarre processes are in action here? Yeah, because I was gonna say, like, we are supposedly inside a facility, but it's surrounded by these colonies of life forms here. Apparently, there were like a couple of dead guys here, so I don't know. I don't know. Let's just keep moving. This isn't like the underground facilities before. Another dive recorder here. From user F Voigt, FV, we can't let this continue. We never intended this. That thing they are building, dot dot dot. GS, I know. GS? Is that one of these people? What were these people's names again? That's H. Roth and SE. Okay, I don't. So I could go in there, but I could also travel further north. Let's go north. Let's go travel around the periphery of the facility. Flowing currents. The hollow structure of the colony allows water to flow throughout its core, creating both bulbous corridors and open halls. Gas bladders. Sample candidate. This piece of the lab floats on gas-filled bladderzoids, keeping it buoyant. Some float in the open water, the perfect sample candidates. Okay. So is this the secondary sample from the Radis colonies? Is this what lets me complete the scan? Oh, and my inventory is full. Just pop this guy into the fuel tank. Pop this guy into the fuel tank too. Just fill up on these guys. These ones are harder to come by. Colony bladder, a gas-filled zooid sampled from a floating colony. So it swarms. These shoals of golden life look solid as I approach, but passing through, they are little more than flurries of petals caught on the current. Colony opening. The ocean stretches east from here, a blue desert beneath 3 red suns. What might lie out there beyond the range of this suit? Oh, that's suggesting this is the end? Is this the dead end? No, there's more over here. Another dead person. User M. Thorfinn. MT. That is absurd, Kevin. They are no different to us, adapting their environment so they may survive. KC. No, they are not us. Adapting their environment so they may survive. Are they talking about the artificers there? Presumably? Gas bladders. Sample candidate. More gas bladders holding the remains of the lab in place, like the pieces of a torn map, hinting at the history of a long ruined structure. Okay, so this is more of the gas bladders, right? Yeah, colony bladder. 40% oxygen content. Well, gee, I should have come here first for oxygen supplies for traveling to the Bloom, I guess. Oh well. Did I? I don't think I clicked one before. User K Clark. KC. The artificers are gardeners, not colonizers. They rewrite genetic code to develop mutualism to foster life. K. I'm presuming this is the Kevin that this other person was talking to. Were they in this argument when they died? And this is just the last thing that their dive recorder said. I don't know if that's necessarily the consistent pattern. Like I'm getting what's that game called? Soma vibes. Soma is a survival horror game where you're navigating this post-apocalyptic setting in this underwater facility, and you find the recorders from the various people who died as you go. and it records their last moments. And we got a bot in chat. Silly bot. Hugo Pan. Yeah, I don't know. Some of these messages didn't feel like it was their last message, though. But the fact that these two were apparently in conversation, Kevin and Clark apparently, yeah, didn't see the artificers as colonizers. I'm not clear on what the artificers are. The fact that they were questioning earlier if the artificers are even sentient. This is a lot. Anyway, all right, let's head over here. Wall sections. From some angles, the Zoid-clogged walls of the facility line up, and I can imagine the past life of this place with all its human dramas. Okay, and head over here. Room fragment. A fragment of a room eaten away into some strange sculpture hanging in the blue. It's hard to imagine what this place once was. Zoid flow. Each Zoid has a function within the colony. Their flow back and forth, evidence of some complex process that is impossible to parse. Okay, just following the trail of triangles here. Pulsing passage. The vague shape of the facility's walls is preserved by the colony. The spaces between filled with shifting swarms of life. And we're back to this. I do believe this is the entry point where I came in. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I just went completely around the perimeter of the facility, and there was a point where it looked like I could enter from the side around. It was around over here, right? Scan. Scan again here. Okay. Here we go. Central lab. Central laboratory is almost complete, apart from the large tree-like growths cutting through its walls. Scan again. I think I already read this log here from F. Voigt. Can't let us continue. We never intend this that thing they are building. And GS, I know. So is this going to be GS here? G sour. Constant is already left for Site 2. If the facility fails and Site 3 is breached, the oceanic mind can be stopped. What? If the facility fails and Site 3 is breached, the oceanic mind can be stopped? Were these people the ones that sabotage things? We can't let this continue. We never intend this that thing they are building. ... GS, I know. Again, conversation between people who are apparently thinking of doing some sabotage or something. Colony's heart. Dappled light fills the chamber, passing through its complex branching strands, orbited by swarms of Zoids. This might be the last... Here we go. This looks like a biologist's laboratory. Must have been the first exploratory base on the planet. They discovered the artificers. They started all this. These were scientists like me, employed by Bagel to study this place. How did it end like this? The minds they were building in the arcology, the genetic research they were doing here, they were all working towards something bigger than just one lab. How could they have let this happen? These biologists, our first contact turned into a resource grab? Scan all you can, and then let's leave this place. I'll review everything back at the base. Won't be long before the colony eats this place away once and for all. Alright, is there anything left to scan? This looks like it. This is a dead end. I already searched every beacon around the periphery. There's nothing left. I'm pretty sure I've scanned like every single beacon on the planet at this point. Alright, let's grab the uplink. Let's head back to base. Request retrieval. Alright. Is this endgame now? We're gonna get an epilogue? What's gonna happen? What's this? Or is there gonna be another place to go? Online again? Good. We have a lot to talk about. I've been digging through what we discovered at the facility. I was right to assume that the facility was the first base on the planet, the start of all of this. The lead biologist, Konstantin Hess, found the artificers here more than 30 years ago. What is truly incredible is what he discovered they could do. Genetic reprogramming, rewriting RNA and DNA, both in themselves and their local environment. Huh. Some Earth cephalopods could rewrite their RNA, but nothing at this scale or detail. The artificers tended to this world, nudging its life into new arrangements. Not only that, but their exoskeletons. They were quantum computers. Silicon wafers of incredible complexity and purity, able to simulate the outcomes of their genetic rewriting. The artificers were housed in natural machines, ones that evolved here over millions of years. Did they evolve here? Their complexity far outstrips our own. We could have learned so much from them. But Bagel won the artificers' abilities for themselves. And based on what we found at Site 2, we know how this ended. A total collapse, a vast microbial fuel cell leaking into the ocean, eating everything away. The artificers gone, their genetic abilities used in death to save this planet's life. Now, is that what you're suggesting? Okay. They died for this planet, and you are all that survives them. Well, perhaps not all. I keep seeing the same thing mentioned in the data, the same term appearing in fragments, the oceanic mind. As far as Bagel are concerned, you were just the beginning, the first mind. The artificers were the key, inscrutable creatures with a quiet power. Able to simulate, predict, then able to change, they could rewrite life itself. For Bagel, the opportunity this provided was clear. While the artificers were like gardeners, caretakers of this world, Bagel imagined something else. An oceanic mind, providing total control of the ecosystem, able to enact their will. That's what they were building when the colony collapsed, and is still out there. In the deep, powered by the heat of hydrothermal vents, the oceanic mind sleeps. I want to see it for myself. We have to know how this all ended. I've marked the approximate position on the map, way out of the north, deep in the abyss. Let me know when you're ready to see this through. Okay. Now, this feels like Endgame. When he went into the abyss the first time, I was like, uh-oh, that feels like Endgame stuff. No, this feels more like Endgame. Because you've already exhausted all possible locations to go to, so I have a feeling we're going even deeper this time. We went 1,500 meters deep before, and we have a new log entry here. What have we got? Personal log, 2216, Dr. Ellery Vass. I was born on Earth. Born in the city of Ponta Delgada, out in the Atlantic, among the turquoise waters and green slopes of the Azores. My father was studying the dying waters, chasing the last known pod of sperm whales to record a final fading image of their impossible spatial language before it was lost forever. The dying waters, the last known pod of sperm whales, as in sperm whales went extinct. Yeah, more talk of life on Earth ending as we know it. Trying to adjust the position of the cotton pad again. Anyway, yeah. The image of their impossible spatial language before it was lost forever. My mother was a journalist writing a book on citizen scientists that never found a publisher. We lived there, and all along the Atlantic coast of Europe for almost a decade before life became impossible, the storms tearing into the tidal walls, flooding city after city, clothes twisted in foaming water. Yeah, so basically, climate change disaster. We joined the latest waves of refugees, found ourselves beside the Thames, resettled in London. From that privileged viewpoint, I watched our oceans die, and then my parents too. And at some point, once I'd left that sad gray planet behind on a string of Bakel contracts, I forgot that turquoise water ever existed. You were born here, and maybe here things can be different. You referring to the AI in her suit. Okay. Anyway, let's drop off these samples. And let's scan them. Scan the bladders first, I guess. Oh wait, need to go to the lab. Alright, scan the colony bladder. Lab analysis complete. Radis colony taxonomy entry updated. And I'm guessing this colony tentacle is going to fill in the rest. Radis colony taxonomy entry updated. Alright, time for some science. Pluricolonia colonial systems. Radis colony, Conventus radis. Observations. The Radis colony is a huge colonial organism made of layers of zooids. Zooids? How do you pronounce that word? Zooids occupying different roles within its large and complex body. Closer to a living island or iceberg than a creature, Radis is a free-floating structure which travels across the surface of Gliese 667 cc's planet-spanning ocean. Trying to observe the patterns of Radis is a difficult task. I've counted tens of different zooid types flowing in constant movement throughout its cavernous interior. We can assume that they occupy the typical roles of a colonial organism: motility, defense, digestion, reproduction, but in a colony so vast, many other processes may be happening. I would put a comma there. Does Radis have any neural activity, and why does it cling to the remains of the Bakel lab? Sampling some of the different zooid types may help us understand more about this colony behavior. Sampling the colony's gas bladders has helped us to analyze how Radis stay afloat. It seems that thousands of these bladders of different sizes both keep Radis at the surface and hold the fragments of the laboratory in place. These bladders, with their high oxygen content, can be inflated or deflated individually to respond to currents and move Radis across the ocean. This suggests that Radis has some way of orchestrating massive changes across its huge volume. In a sense, perhaps Radis is better thought of as an individual with various specialized organs rather than a colony, and yet it shows no sign of a central intelligence. If I was to discover neural activity within Radis, could I even understand it? This creature is so alien to our way of understanding the world. Theories. Analyzing Radis' tentacles has shown they possess an ability to secrete metal-digesting substances. The conclusion is that these tentacles are consuming the lab piece by piece, using it to fuel the colony's incredible growth. Perhaps Radis was once a tiny creature floating in a biologist's tank. When the facility was breached, Radis was gifted a near inexhaustible amount of metal to consume, allowing it to grow to its vast size. One day it will eat away the entire structure, its body carrying the shadow of this planet's first human settlement. Sometimes I wish that our marks on Earth could be erased so easily, but the only shadows in our oceans are those of thousands of extinct species we will never regain. Oof. And there's a sketch. Inflated upper membranes, colony approximately 70 meters in height? Okay. Gas bladders, zooid spine chains, digestive tentacles. Observed zooids not to scale. Pearl carrier zooid, medusa zooid, bladder zooid. There's a bunch of little ones in the body of the big thing. Anyway, cool. Okay, so what are we taking with this? Got source of oxygen, 2 things of fuel, and then this guy. I think it's probably gonna be more demand for fuel than oxygen, but what do I know? And once more into the breach. Oh, here we go. Deep vents, dive location. Alright, away we go. I don't know what resources I need to take with me. Source of oxygen and a source of fuel? We're almost at the hydrothermal vents. 3 kilometers down, 3,000 meters, man. This is to be close to the suit's range. I can hear the plates creaking. Somehow, we are maintaining 1 atmosphere of pressure inside the hard suit. If we make it back up, we'll be setting a strong first record for deep dives on Gliese 667 cc. There's almost nothing in the water column here, no life to speak of. But the oceanic mind should be somewhere ahead. That's our target. Whatever monster Bakel left us, I'm ready. Let's find it. And my oxygen is taken down. Well, shoot, I guess I should have brought more oxygen. I don't suppose there's an uplink available. There's not. Oh, shoot. Okay, I gotta get moving before I run out of oxygen. Abyssal plain. Layered with a wispy fog of oceanic ooze, the darkness of the plain is absolute. At least the oxygen is taken down slowly. Metal sediments, streaks of iron ore have accrued across the sea floor, the mark of nearby hydrothermal activity. I brought more power than oxygen sources. Oh well. There's not enough oxygen down here to use the rebreathers, so I am on reserves. The survey data we pulled shows the vents running north from here along a ridge. Keep moving, we haven't got long. Yeah, no kidding. Basalt crust, edges of volcanic rock poke through the sediment. Black strips against the bright mineral and metal ores. Yeah, it's like all this dialogue takes up time we don't have. Sediment snow. A soft drift of sediment flakes catches in the suit's lamps, falling from the venting fluid as it spreads into the waters above. This has been a linear path so far. Anhydrite chimney. Black plumes of fluid rise from a crystalline chimney discolored with yellow sulfur streaks. There's nothing to click on over here. Okay. Incredible. Look at these things. I remember reading about the discovery of hydrothermal vents on Earth centuries ago. Donnelly, Corliss, and Van Andel, 3 geologists they never expected to find life in that eternal darkness. And yet there it was, whole ecosystems we never knew were there, totally independent of the sun's light. They were imagined to be models of alien ecosystems, life in its most extreme forms. But until this planet, that proved to be false. To all of humanity, the universe was dead. Damn Bagel for keeping this place from us, for keeping humanity in the dark. Welp. Talc sand. Bone-pale sand mounds surround the chimneys like great piles of cremation ash. Chimney cluster. Towering pale spires shimmer with the intense heat of the vents as chemicals are pumped into the water from deep within the planet. Yeah, this is all a very linear path, and we have no means of heading back up to the surface, so... Great! Divergence. Okay, we go left first. Vent structure. The tiered structure of the vents evidences their eons of incremental growth as deposits build up around them. Bright bubbles feature. Gases vent up through the sand, creating these thin strings of bubbles. Pyrite crust. The glint of fool's gold catches the light of the lamps scattered among the talc mounds. Yeah, pyrite, fool's gold. It's that yellow rock which resembles gold but isn't. Vent debris. Away from the center of the cluster collapsed chimneys and pillow lava create a landscape of stratified shapes. Cool, let's move on. And diverges again? No! Anhydrite chimney. Close to the vent, masked by the shimmering water, I can see the shapes of a destroyed creature, long dead. What is that? 3 kilometers deep? Something we can use for oxygen reserves, maybe? Don't understand. Where's the life? This ecosystem is totally barren. All these minerals, nutrients, heat, and nothing feeding off it. How can this be? Could it just be this vent? Let's keep looking. Okay, that's a dead end. New chimney. Another vent is beginning to form in the rock here. A low pile of crystalline anhydrite is starting to gather. Let's go south first. Pillow lava. Mounds of gray rock sit in a bed of pale talc sand, evidence of ancient volcanic processes. The southern path has a greater chance of meeting up with the other path I saw. Broken chimneys. The rubble of sealed chimneys lies all around, the hydrothermal fluids seeking other exits, forming new vents. Anhydrite spire. The overhangs shimmer with trapped gases, reflecting the twisted shapes of strange dead creatures at the spire's base. More dead creatures? No samples to collect? Okay. Black plumes. Rich in minerals, the black plumes of the vents tower over us, fading into the black ocean. Sorry, the black of the ocean above. Okay, so this just connects up with where it was before, right? This is just the... Yeah. Okay, exit scan. Let's just head back. There was only one way to go from here. Let's just go back up there. Don't want to waste any time if I can help it. Did want to make sure I wanted to make sure I went everywhere possible. This is the last path left to go. Cooler water. The intense heat of the vents quickly fades off as it mixes with cold seawater. Because my oxygen is continuing to tick down as we go through this. Sand plane. Out of sight of the vents hidden in the dark, the heavy silence of the seafloor returns. Talc drifts. Eons of sediment blanket the seafloor, so pale and empty. There hasn't been a single sample to collect, no source of oxygen or fuel. The artificial mind Akari was building down here. What was the end goal? Akari? Was Akari, was that Mine's mother's name? Was Baco hoping to control this whole ecosystem? Entire planetary agriculture attuned to feed their needs? I guess. An ecology manipulated by the possibility of genetic rewriting, of power stolen from the artificers? An enslaved planet like Earth? I know now why Mine was secretive. She knew that if they found this place again, that would be it for life here. Anhydrite chimney. Another vent chimney. Where's all the life that should thrive on the rich fluid which blackens the water? Vent debris. Strange tiered and curved rocks sit all around, distorted by tectonic processes and stained with mineral growth. Chimney cluster. The surfaces around this vent are thick with sediment, but absent of all life. Even the ubiquitous bacterial mats are nowhere to be seen. Another barren vent. This place has been wiped clean. Something's wrong here. What'd they do? Bubble stream. Around the base of the vents, gas bubbles stream out of cracks, forming pillars which glitter beautifully in the suit's lamps. Could that be a source of oxygen, I hope? Don't suppose there's a no oxygen connection? No? Fine. Talc piles. The bleached sand is almost perversely clean. No life has marked its surface in decades. Anhydrite spire. Another spire sits at the edge of the cluster, filling the water with blackened fluid like a lightless bonfire. Wouldn't it be hilarious if my oxygen runs out and I die, and then it's like game over, and then there's no save to reload? Or something like calcified corpses. Here, away from the vents, piles and piles of distorted corpses lie, their world bones dusted with pale sediments. Yeah, it would be hilarious to get... God, look at these creatures. The bodies. It looks like progressive ossification. The muscles have become bone. Their mutations are extreme, like cancerous growths. There's no structure to their anatomy. The mind. Is this what it made? These senseless monstrosities? Oh wow, now I'm getting even more Soma vibes. Corpse piles. Radial piles of long dead creatures, frozen in crippled states of deformation, scar the seafloor. Huh. Yeah, because Soma was about an AI that, you know, went rogue, trying to maintain life and having strange ideas of what counts as life. Anyway, biological matter. The corpses become a mass of undifferentiated matter with the occasional shape of a bone or shell, like a tooth growing inside a tumor. That's a vivid image. Oxygen getting uncomfortably low. Shattered dome. A vast organic sphere towers over the corpses as ornate geodesic patterns mirroring those of the artificers. There's an ad break coming up in 4 minutes, 42 seconds. The mind. It's huge. ... But it's silent. It's been silent for decades. This is no cradle of life. It's a grave. Did they fail? Is this all that's left? A broken mind lying in the bed of corpses? They had no idea what they were doing. The arrogance of all this. The whole ecosystem boiled down to nothing. The artificers lost to us. These are Bakel's crimes. Ikari's crimes. What a waste. Is there nothing left? We should look inside. The Oceanic Mind, a vast ornate structure grown in the Bakel lab, sits broken and dead on the seafloor. Its interior, a dark cavern. We go deeper. Alright, we're at 3,143 meters deep. What the hey, let's go even deeper. And then suddenly your suit ruptures, game over. Wait, nothing? Oh, we can go deeper. Scan. What does this say? Slices of biological layers like the size of a CT scan. Okay, let's go deeper. Did the oxygen stop ticking down? Is there actually It looks like the oxygen stopped ticking down, interestingly. We're at 3,158 meters deep. The little yellow circle here is almost complete, but not quite. It's down the ocean. It's biological layers like the size of a CT scan. Okay, well, let's go deeper. Down to 3,163 meters. So I can't go any deeper from here. Oh, life form. Artificer. A small but ornate geodesic exoskeleton lies in the silt. Inside, the artificer shifts and reforms with rhythmic consistency. Is it alive? The mind's heart, deep inside the oceanic mind, something flickers in the ruins. Well, let's go check it out. This is what we're here for. 2 minutes, 35 seconds till ad break. Is that an artificer? It survived. Or it was born here? Does that mean there are more? It looks dormant. Is it even alive? Wait, do you hear that? It's singing. I can feel... ... It knows. It knows what we are. And it is afraid. I understand why. Look what humans did here. I'm sorry. Wait, no, come back. It's gone. ... We should be going too. We are running down our oxygen, and it's a long way back up. Come on, there's nothing left for us here. That's it? Okay. 1 minute, 32 seconds till ad break. I'll pause the game when the ads come on, but yeah, 3,163 meters deep. That's as deep as we've gone. Still no uplink available. Nothing else showing up in the scanner. Like, it's the same message each time. Looks like. Hey, oxygen's still not ticking down. Okay, time to go. I'm beginning the ascent. So they're still out there, the artificers. This is their planet, and we owe them so much. I suppose it's your planet too, with the mine being a failure, the colony destroyed. ... You are its last artifact born here. And now, this is my home too, mine and Mine's. There's so much left for me to do, so much to study, so much to understand. Our history here, it is ugly, it's something I don't want to be a part of. But this planet's future, maybe we can have a part in that. Mina gave everything for the truth. Ah, shoot, okay, I'm gonna snooze the ad break, because it looks like we're in the middle of something happening here. Uh, some residual part of the artificers changed her, but I hope she knows that she succeeded. This place is no longer a secret, no longer Bakel's to control. Thank you, Mine. And thank you, to you, for staying with me, for guiding me. Together, I think we can make a change, show humanity Bakel's crimes, make them accountable. Could be a tall order, I don't know. We both carry burdens here, but the past doesn't define us. Life continues here, despite everything that happened. I can find comfort in that. I think I'm going to stay. I don't have anything left out there, but here I have Mine, I have you, and I have a purpose. Someone needs to swim these waters to catalog this world. When I was little, I swam every day. I would walk down to the ocean and step into it without a thought. I lost that, degree by degree, as Earth's oceans died, but here, things can be like that once again. These waters can wash all the old ways away. And together, we will see what's left when they do. And, okay, uplink became available, the ascent was still continuous, it's at 2,900 something meters. For NAs? Shoot, I should have paused the game. The ad break is coming up again. I can only snooze it for like 5 minutes at a time. I guess that's it. I guess that's it for the game. Did I get all the taxonomy? Did I do all the science? Anyway, yeah, like I was theorizing, hey, maybe maybe Bakel was the one that created life here in the first place. I mean, but no, I guess the artificers were the ones that created the life, or at least were tending to it. But it raises questions of where the artificers came from. Like, there was a line of dialogue that said, I mean, Ellery suggested, oh, the artificers came from his planet. I'm not convinced they did. Like, they might have been left here by some other, race of intelligent beings from somewhere else. These are all the backers who made this game possible. Yeah. Cool, good collection of backers there. And is Minnie gonna be okay? I mean, it said that she was turned into like some kind of semi-plant-like form, and I guess the implication is that the artificer or something, like basically she was being transformed by whatever process had been transforming the the life on the planet. It was it said they had the power to rewrite DNA and so forth, which is kind of wild. I mean, when you consider the DNA is in every cell in your body, so what did it rewrite all of the DNA in her body simultaneously, kind of deal? Okay, I'm up on the comm level. Come quick, I'm about to do something stupid. Hold on, can I pause the game? Okay, because there's an ad break showing up any minute, and I can only, this thing only lets me snooze it so many times, and I don't want to abuse the snooze feature. So I guess we're gonna get a post-credit scene. This gonna do something stupid. What could she mean? Maybe she's about to do something that might revive Mine, perhaps. In the hopes of getting the closest thing we can get to a happy ending or something, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, ad break is imminent, so I'm going to be right back, and we'll find out what happens Yeah, well, I'll have to find out what happens to Ellery and so on when we get back. And back again. Yeah, yeah, we're about to find out what stupid thing Ellery is thinking of doing that she would describe as stupid. My first guess is something to do with Mine. Yeah, like the implication does seem to be that Mine was, bioformed, so to speak. Like, whereas they were trying to terraform the planet to be life supporting, or support whatever support a specific ecosystem that they wanted. This is it's more like uh, she was altered to fit the planet, so she could survive in the underwater location. Which again, very very Soma-like vibes. um, I guess minor spoilers for Soma. The big part of the plot revolves around artificial intelligence with given the directive keep everyone alive, but it unthinkingly formed its own ideas of what does it mean to be alive, and generated all kinds of monstrosities as a result. Because which seems very apropos considering the modern advent of AI. Well, machine learning. That is commonly referred to as AI these days. Like you see like pictures or videos that are generated by modern day AI. It's really clear that the machine doesn't understand the relationships between things, or understand the fundamental concept that things should have relations to each other, and the resulting pictures or videos that come up just look weird. Like, you've got the uncanny valley effect going on. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's find out what Ellery's doing here. What's going on? Come to the comm level. Come quick. I'm about to do something stupid. I repaired the antenna. I'm starting to think I should have been an engineer. I know I said we would wait to be rescued, but I'm sick of waiting. Everything we have discovered together, this whole ecosystem, we need to share it. I'm about to broadcast it all. Your scans and maps, my notes and sketches, everything we know about Gliese 667cc. I'm sending it on all channels, 1 million data packets heading out into the black. That way we can be sure we'll make it out. We don't own this place, not any more than anyone else. So we can't keep it just for ourselves. There's too much beauty, too much hope in these documents, too much of a future. All these hours of study and discovery, they've changed me, changed my life. I'm ready for what comes next. Thank you for helping me get here. Right. That's enough of speech. I've talked enough for the both of us by now. It's up to you to do the honors. Hit the switch. It's time. I mean, yeah, so you can finally actually use the comm level. Imagine that. We never had to do anything with the generator. Still functioning at 34% efficiency. Med subject, question mark, unidentified subject, data breach, data breach detected, signal something Ellery, question mark? What is the being formerly known as Mine trying to send a message to Ellery or something? Yeah, it's all glitch text. Did Ellery just forget about Mine here? Gosh darn it. Yeah, I was kind of wondering, like, like, Ellery made the comment earlier, we need to, make Bakel accountable for their crimes and let people know what they did here. But at the same time, she also said, I've decided I want to live here. Like, these goals seem at odds with each other. How are you going to communicate what's going on here without having, I don't know, to say nothing of the fact that like, Bagel, I mean, like the indications were still that Bagel sealed those people in there and like destroyed the facility. Like, they did intentionally kill a whole lot of people. Like from their perspective, what's one more? Like if Ellery sends this broadcast out, she's putting her life in danger. I don't know. Anyway, hab level. Is there another log? The last one. 2016. Now the real work begins. Whatever was left of the oceanic mind, it is dead. Another failed experiment, another biological atrocity to add to humanity's list. But I don't want to let it define us and our role on this planet. We can't start fresh, I know that, but the artificers are still here, and that means we can reach them. I want to show them we are curious, we are kind, we are able to live alongside them. There's still so much left to study here, so many questions to answer, but I'm not scared anymore. I'm excited to see what we can achieve in the time we have. People will come here soon enough, and then when they do, I want to show them what we have found, the evidence of Bakel's crimes, and what we need to protect. If people can see this place for what it is, a second chance, then maybe they will want to protect it too. That's what my father believed, and my mother believed, that if people could understand what they were losing, they would want to save it. Let's get to work. I mean, noble goals and all that. I don't know. I mean, recent world politics left me like skeptical and jaded and cynical about people being held accountable for their crimes. But yeah, what's this recent files? There's a recent files button which has been great for the entirety of this game. Oh, dive map offline. I guess, yeah, going to the com is the only thing I'm able to do. I don't suppose I'm able to scan this guy now. Sphere fragment. Now that we've actually seen... Well, that's no relevant text on the edges found. Like, we actually did see an artificer, though. Oh, well. Alright. Let's see what you got. Com signal. Send error. Antenna damage. Automatic repair not possible. Offsite assistance needed. Contact Bagel. Okay, can I click this? I can click send. Coordinates. It's showing the credits again? Okay. Well, that's a little silly. Okay. I have a feeling... the dev team didn't expect me to have done all the science before meeting the artificer. And, I have a feeling that that post-credit thing wasn't supposed to appear until after I did all the sciencing. So, yeah, that was a little weird. It showed the credits, had one little log entry, and then showed the credits again. Okay. Gosh darn it. The backers, etc. Okay, I'll just let that play. Anyway, I guess, does this mean that this is it? This is it? Is all there is to the game? We don't get to actually find out what happened to Mine? Like, the little message on the screen seemed to... Like, it was all glitch text, but it seemed to imply that she was still reaching out to Ellery or something? I don't know. The copyright jump over the age 2220. Games by... Under the Edge Games by Gareth Dan Martin. there anything else after this? Okay, just dump me back to the menu. If I hit continue, it says 100%. Okay, so I did 100% the game. How many hours is that? This is stream session number 6, and they've been 4 hours each mostly, so it's like 22 hours. When I looked it up, it said, oh, you can finish the game in 5 hours, and full completion is like 8 hours. Like, that was like the first hit said. Like, really? I guess people who do that just didn't read everything, or they, I don't know, they're speed readers. I mean, I guess I am reading stuff out loud, but oh well. Anyway, yeah, neat game. Yeah, the gameplay, yeah, like I keep saying, the gameplay consists of mostly just point and click. The extra clicks seem to be there for busy work purposes. They just felt a little pointless. I would have preferred they just take the extra clicks out. They didn't seem to have any reason for them. But whatever. It's not a huge deal. Because the emphasis is supposed to be on the story. Yeah. It leaves things a little ambiguous at the end, like, you know, it just does still seem to leave some unanswered questions. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, is Mine gonna be okay? Like, indications were that she was in rough shape at the end there. Like, basically no longer fully human. Yeah, like, questions of like where the artificers come from. Because I'm not convinced that they're from the planet. They might be from the planet. Like, we apparently found one living artificer, 3,000 meters deep. I mean, I have a hard time imagining that they all, you know, like evolved at that depth, and they're all, you know, they're all gathered down there. It just feels more like, especially because the way the dialogue from the crew referred to them, like they're saying that they weren't convinced that the artificers were even sentient. Like, it feels like maybe they were just sophisticated machines, like AI or whatever, like sent down here to tend to the planet. And you know, and just humanity found them and decided to turn them to their own ends. How did that play out with that? Bakel decided to just execute everyone here. Like, were things really so bad that they just decided to cut their losses? Like, even killing shareholders, like they just really decided to abandon everything they were doing. Like, was it really that bad that they had to just like, I mean, I don't know, like, killing everyone present seems like a really drastic step. Was it that bad of a like? Was the PR, the potential PR, so bad that the you know, potentially like the possibility of killing dozens of people was not as bad PR potentially, or something? I don't know. Is there something more going on there? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe just Bagel is just really bad at managing, you know, cost-benefit analyses or something. um, there's a credits button. I presume that's going to just bring up the credits that we already saw. But yeah, managed to 100% the game on my first try without ever dying. Or I mean, I'm presuming I die if I run out of oxygen, or run out of fuel. Yeah, what else can I say about it? I don't know. It's yeah, neat game. I've just gotta yeah, I don't think there's anything else I can say. But yeah, like someone, I actually got a comment on one of my YouTube videos asking if I recommended the game, and you know, I kind of feel like I have to put some caveats on a recommendation, because it depends what you're looking for. Like I believe it's possible to enjoy any media if you have the right expectations. You just have to get your you just have to go into it with the right expectations. Like this is not a game of sophisticated gameplay. You know, the only gameplay is really trying to figure out how to navigate the place. I feel like it would have benefited from having access to the world map while you're out in the field, but like I don't know, maybe that might have been a deliberate choice to maybe they wanted navigating the planet to be more difficult, so that so they can justify calling it a game. Say, see, there's gameplay. You have to navigate and map stuff. So yeah, you have to go into it appreciating the story. And the story's cool. Like it's got this, you know, this kind, curious protagonist who's this big nerd about ocean life. And apparently her parents really liked. You know, thought it was important to preserve the memory of the like the last whales on Earth and so on. So she's probably grown up with this notion of like there's so much beauty that we lost on Earth, and it just gave her this drive to see if she can find it on other planets. And you know, lived on that station with Mine and Kepler because of this desperate hope to find some signs of life somewhere. And ended up finding it here. It's neat. It is kind of cute to imagine these two, you know, marine biologists kind of geeking out over all the life forms. I feel like it's unfortunate that they didn't get to come here together and, you know, witness the glorious beauty of life together. You know, it's kind of sad that things got so messed up between them because of Mine's desperation to you know, to come here and sort things out for herself. Yeah, we don't really know what Mine felt for Ellery, you know? Like, she did kind of abandon her, but she called her back here. At what point did she call Ellery, though? Presumably, she called her before descending to 1,500 meters and just passing out in the sand there. Did she intend to I don't know, share discoveries? Did she intend to expose Bakel? What exactly were Mine's intentions, really? How did she? How did Mine find out about this? I mean, I guess her mother worked here, but like maybe Mine, you know, came here in search of her mother in the first place. How did that end up with her being, half dead at the bottom of the abyss, or halfway down the abyss, I guess. There's still some unanswered questions about some like how we got to here in some ways. Yeah, I don't know. In any case, yeah, I gotta think about what I'm gonna play next. I thought it would be neat. Hey, after the cast comes off, maybe I can get back to playing Silksong. Ha 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 ha. Not with my hand in the state it is. I guess I can. I'm supposed to take this thing off like 3 times a day for 15 minutes at a time. I guess I can. Might as well do it now. I could show. It's just a bonus part of the stream. You get to see how my hand turned out. Ooh, this is gonna hurt. It's so sore. Every time I take this thing off or put it on, it hurts, and it's not fun. But here goes. Hold on, get it looser. I can do it. Man, oh man, oh, that is going to be hard to get used to. I have to do that 3 times a day. Putting it on, I was going to say putting on is worse than taking it off, but yeah, I don't know. I found that if I like engage the muscles of my thumb to push against it as I'm putting it on, because it is quite tight sliding it on. It's supposed to be tight to hold it in place. It puts pressure on the thumb, and yeah, it's painful. Yeah, basically, your right 2 hands. I can't get the angle right, so they're illuminated properly. But yeah, so yeah, the bone that I broke was the scaphoid. It's the one that it's in the proximal row of there are 2 rows of carpal bones in the hand, and it's the one in the proximal row is the one that's closer to the wrist. It articulates with the thumb and the radius down here. The radius being the big bone here, and yeah, like the so they had to immobilize the wrist and the thumb for the entire duration, and yeah, like I did not know how stiff it was going to make it after coming out of the cast. Like if I try to flex my wrist, like trying to do this motion with my wrist, I can get it. Okay, I start to feel pain here, and I can push it a little bit further, and the pain gets worse and worse as I go. Like this is about as far as I can go. Like trying to do this. This is as far as it goes. I've got like 10 degrees of range of motion there, and trying to go the other way, like trying to extend it. Like, okay, I start to feel pain here. Oh man, like, yeah, God, this is as far as it goes, and then it starts to really hurt. Like that's it. That's the range of motion I have here. And like if I try to turn it over face up, like it starts to hurt here. This is as far as it goes. Trying to supinate it. Sorry, this is supination, as in turn it face up. Pronation, turn it prone, like turn it face down. Pronating is okay, like as long as I get my elbow involved and reposition my elbow, I can get it over here. It still hurts. I might be able to use a mouse with it. Like I might be able to do some games which require a mouse with his hand. Possibly, maybe. It's really painful moving it though. It's and like the doctor said, it's going to need some aggressive rehab to get the range of motion back up. The thumb is also pretty restricted in its movement. Like I can, that hurts. I can touch the thumb and index finger together, the thumb and middle finger. With some pain, I can get them together. The ring finger, oh man. That might be a no-go. Hold on. Oh, I'm almost there. Okay, they touched. Did you see that? Ah, they touched. Okay. Like anything like with a good hand, like these motions are no problem, but this is like it's so painful. If I'd known it was going to be this bad, like they told me it was going to be stiff coming out of the cast. I didn't know being stiff meant it's going to hurt this much. Like it's stiff, like whatever, it'll just stretch it out, but trying to move it hurts. It's like everything hurts. It's like, no, it's been 6 weeks since the injury. You can't hurt this much. How dare? Work with me. How dare you hurt this much? Um, yeah, yeah. It's visibly like kind of shriveled compared to my what is now my good hand. It's it's hard to it's imagining like this used to be my dominant hand, you know, and it's I don't know, it's kind of upsetting and demoralizing to have, a part of your body which you relied on, you could just take for granted. You rely on it completely. Can I make a fist? mm, can I get my thumb in front? Almost. Yeah, the thumb is really restricted. Oof, oh, that hurts. Okay. Hey, fist made, kind of. There. Okay. Yeah, I need to work on that. Yeah, the doctor said it's going to need some aggressive rehab to get full range of motion back, and I'm not looking forward to that. That sounds terrifying. Because right now, every motion hurts. Like I can get this far. I'm supposed to practice doing range of motion. I'm supposed to work on that over the course of the next month, and then I get it re-X-rayed. And yeah, because he said that it's still in the process of healing. It's been 6 weeks. It is better than it was when it was snapped in half, but like it's still got some work to do. It's still he said it's not ready for aggressive rehab yet, which I suppose I can be thankful for. It's great to have something to look forward to. Ha 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 ha. But yeah, right now, it's just like everything hurts. It's troubling. Anyway, let's see about who to raid. This is enough about my troubles. It's a good time for me to uh, practice some range of motion stuff while now that the stream is finished. Yeah, because I have to do this 3 times a day. I can do that while watching somebody. Who can I raid? Nobody's jumping out at me and saying, "Oh yeah, let's raid this person." I don't think there's like really anyone watching anyway. It says one viewer, but eh. There's nothing that says I have to raid out. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I was thinking, yeah, like the usual suspects are not online at the moment, and I was thinking, okay, well maybe I can raid a long time. Maybe I can raid another In Other Waters streamer. Is anyone else playing In Other Waters? Now that I finished the game, I am the only one playing In Other Waters right now. Oh well. Okay, I guess it's not that popular a game. Okay, well, let's go for like total genre change. The Deadpool is normally the Long Dark streamer, and today's playing MechWarrior 5. I don't even know it went as high as 5. I've played MechWarrior. I played the original. I am old enough to remember the original MechWarrior game, and I've also played MechWarrior 2, like 2 different versions of MechWarrior 2. Don't think I ever actually played MechWarrior 3. I didn't know it went as high as 5. But yeah, let's. Yeah, the original Can I do this? Can I type? It's okay. um, 7.5 hours into the stream. Yeah, he's a machine apparently. And in addition to the machine he's piloting, I don't know. Yeah, MechWarrior. It's a classic game about um, guys in giant robot suits that fight each other and shoot each other and stuff, as part of some kind of interplanetary war or whatever. And they've got this code of honor and all that stuff. It's yeah, it's a game I enjoyed back in the day. I have no idea what MechWarrior 5 is like. Modern graphics and stuff, I guess. But yeah, what I'm going to be playing next? Yeah, I'm not jumping into Silksong again. I'm thinking I might play The Darkest Dungeon next, because that's a game that can be played with the mouse, just the mouse controls. Also considering playing the new version of Jupiter Hell Classic that just came out. The early access thing that I streamed earlier is now out, and it's had some additional updates since then. So there'll still be some new content and stuff, so that could be cool to check out. But for now, that's all for now. Until next time.